Hey everybody, this is Chelsea Schaefer.
And Caitlin Gustov.
And this is The Score, the official podcast of the sport of team roping. This is the Team Roping Journal's semi-weekly podcast highlighting the team roping industry's top talents and influencers through stories that inspire and connect ropers. We sit down with ropers from the professional ranks as well as industry icons and producers to delve into topics that make the team roping world tick. This is season 2. It will feature even deeper interviews, storytelling, and issue-based coverage, and we are so excited you're here. Today's episode is brought to you by SmartPak Equine. Visit smartpakequine.com to learn more and stand by for more information on the commercial break. Chase Tryan, known as Hock by his fellow competitors, will heel at his third Wrangler National Finals Rodeo in December 2019 for finals first-timer Brenten Hall. This year, they won the Washington State Fair and Pro Rodeo in Puyallup, the Leduc Black Gold ProRodeo in Alberta, and the IPE and Stampede in Armstrong, British Columbia. Last year, Chase placed 9th in the NFR average, heeling behind Bubba Buckaloo, and finished 6th in the PRCA World Standings with almost $175,000 in season earnings. Chase's story, though, it's not typical. After a truck accident early in his career, he spent months in recovery, saved by what he will describe to you today as the grace of God. The only Tryan known for his healing, Chase spent years evolving his roping after his first finals qualification. Now he's coming into this year's NFR 11th in the PRCA World Standings, and he and Hall have spent months preparing to light up the Thomas and Mack. Here is Chase Tryan. Hey America, we're talking to Chase Tryan right now. Well, I'm talking. Chase is going to grunt a few times throughout this interview. You'll know he's there. But, no, Chase, thank you for agreeing to do this. Thank you for letting me crash your NFR practice session to talk.
No worries. It's good having you.
Do you mean that?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks. Okay, Chase. So, I got to meet Brenten tonight. Where did you come upon Brenten Hall? How did you get to know him?
Jake Long told me I was looking for a partner, and I'd asked a few guys, I was having trouble finding somebody. And Jake said, man, there's this kid from Oklahoma. He goes, I think he's going to be the real deal. I think you should take a chance on him. And I was like, you know what? Give me his number. I'm going to do it.
And you guys had a fair year last year. It was great for his rookie year.
Yeah, we actually had a terrible winter. Like, I missed some steers. I know he missed some. He wished he wouldn't have. Like, we both did. And then his first pro rodeo on his card was until Logandale, Nevada. Mm-hmm. Like, it took us till March to fill his permit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we struggled. We really did. And it's kind of like we had a talk at a jackpot of, like, man, we thought we were taking it serious. It was like, no, we need to bear down and start working at it a little more. Like, start making runs in the practice pen like we're at places, start doing stuff like that. And it seemed like when we started doing that, he always said it's good. I mean, he does. But it's like he got more comfortable. Mm-hmm. He started making better runs.
Now, you had gone years between making the NFR.
A lot of them.
A lot of years.
Yes.
Talk about that journey between
between
your first NFR, which did that feel like it was easy to make that first NFR?
Too easy, because it caught up to me after that.
What did you realize that you weren't doing enough of? What?
And I do believe that's when, like, the transition of healing changed. Mm-hmm. Like, the days of just catching the steers changed. Like, it's like the guys that threw fast figured out, if I catch more steers, I win more money. Mm-hmm. And they did it, and they did it a lot. And I was too slow. And for years, I wouldn't commit to changing. Mm-hmm. And I'd ask people, like, I'm pretty tight with, like, my cousin Clay, and I like Jake Long. We're pretty good friends. I mean, he's one of the best healers in the world. But I'm just like, what do I need to do? I was like, one time I thought I was towards the top, mm-hmm. pretty good healer. Like, I feel like I'm terrible right now. Like, and then it just kept the same thing. Like, you got to throw fast. I'm like, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm expecting more. Just throw fast. That's all I need to do.
Yeah.
And I couldn't commit to it. Could never commit to it. And So I decided one day, I'll never forget this day. I was driving over to Clay's house to practice with him, and that's the day I'm like, I'm gonna try throwing faster. I'm gonna do it. And I was like, no matter what, I don't care who's there. I don't care if I can't miss every steer. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it one time. And I showed up, and the fastback people were there to film Clay. I'm looking at the whole situation. I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. Like, I probably should just try to catch. Like, no, I told myself I'm going to do this. So we started roping, and I did it. And I think he had, if I remember right, they felt hard. He had some pretty tough steers. They were pretty fresh, pretty hard to heel. And I decided, I'm throwing here no matter what. And after about 30 minutes of being there, the fastback people were like, you know what? We'll just come back a different day. I bet we can get some better videos then. Your steers slow down. I bet I caught maybe 20% of the steers that day. I was roping legs, set it beside them. My horse was running through my throw. It felt terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to stick to it. Like, something's got to change. What I was doing wasn't good enough. And this is what keeps getting told to me. So they're, by very top level ropers. Like, they must know something. So I'm going to try it. It was about a 2-year process.
And
It's still not there yet, but
you
it's
were roping
better.
with Clay all the time. What did moving to Moats'
Yeah, that was just like a divine deal. I come down early in October one year because one of my buddies was getting married, and I had a friend who was like, hey, we'll just the wedding's in Weatherford. We need a DD tonight. Will you drive for us? We're going to a wedding. All that. Just ask Ryan if you can keep your horses there, and just for a couple nights, whatever. I was like, perfect. I'll do that. Called him. He's like, yeah, come on. We'll just any pen that's open, put your horse up. They're very nice people. Anyways, we did that, and I roped them for a couple days, and then I was packing up to leave, and they're like, well, why don't you just stay here for a while? I was like, okay, never left.
Was it 2016? 2017?
I don't remember. 2017, I think.
2017?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And so by that point, you had already made your mind up to start throwing faster.
That was the summer after I decided that.
Uh-huh.
I did. I think I finished 20th in the world that year or something like that. It's around 20th in the world. I don't even remember. And it was starting to improve. Like, I'm starting to see results. And I was still missing a ton of steers. Way too many than I wanted. But I was actually starting to see results. And then I got over here, and some guys are all about roping, some guys are all about horsemanship, some guys, and everybody's good at everything, but it's like they emphasize on stuff like that. And Ryan really emphasizes on horsemanship, and I've always been more on the roping part of it. And then getting over here and getting around these guys, and being around cutters and all that stuff, and everything's just, their horses, do amazing things. And I learned so much that fall with my horses. I think that helped a lot too.
Yeah, was the horsemanship kind of, when you were just
Yeah,
throwing fast?
Yeah,
that was
my
one
horses
thing.
were working terrible.
Yeah.
They would just turn and stop. But it's just part of it. When you decide, like when I decided that, it was like, well, things are gonna suffer. They didn't have to that bad, but I messed them up.
And was it friendly at the time?
Yeah, that horse has always been pretty good. All my other ones sucked. By the time I did that, they were good. I thought they were pretty good, and I started doing it. They were like, man, these ones ain't got it. Like, this ain't gonna work. That one's always been pretty good though.
Gotcha. Now, there's something that you said earlier that you needed, or somebody needed a DD, so they called you. You are like the DD, right?
Not so much anymore, but yeah, like I was.
And so,
I never took a drink of alcohol in college.
yeah. And that came from, we've never talked about your accident. Do you want to?
Oh, we can talk.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, so you had a car accident?
I did.
A car accident when you were how old?
I was 18 years old.
You were 18.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, I don't remember any of it, but the story I was told, the kid I was with, we were driving down a dirt road. It was kind of wet. It had been raining, and
Late at night?
no, middle of the day, we were headed to town to go eat lunch. We'd been working bulls or something all day, I guess. And
In Montana?
It was on a county road, dirt road or something like that. And I think we hit a corner just a little too fast or something like that and started fishtailing and we rolled or whatever.
Did you have your seatbelt on?
We don't know. So the story is they found me outside the car, walking around like lights on, no one's home though. Like I'm looking around like a zombie. And the seatbelt of the car was fastened, but I was outside of it. So, I mean, I don't remember it, so I can't say. But I don't know why I would have fastened. It was like an old hunting Suburban. I can't imagine why I'd have fastened the seatbelt. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions right there, but man, God had his hands on me that day, big time. That was huge too, because I just got saved the January before that, and that was Memorial Day weekend, I think it was. And like I'd always been on the fence of that, like I always believed and all that stuff like that, but that pushed me way to the other side of like, man, like if you don't believe there's a God out there, I've got some stories that there's no way there isn't one. There's not something. That's that was a huge deal. It's kind of like my testimony a little bit. It's like what really, like being saved and all that stuff, and that was huge. Like that was a big day, but that time of my life really put me over. Of like, man, yeah.
SmartPaks are a simple, foolproof way to make sure your horse always gets the right supplements. All you have to do is choose the supplements that your horse needs, and SmartPak will pack them in convenient, customized daily doses that make feeding time fast and easy. And SmartPaks aren't just easier for you. They're better for your horse too. Because they come in pre-measured doses, are clearly labeled and sealed for freshness, there's never any doubt that your horse is getting the absolute best. Visit smartpak.com or call 1-800-461-8898 to learn more about how SmartPak can help you take great care of your horse today. So how long were you in the hospital?
I think it was 6 or 7 weeks. I don't remember.
With a traumatic brain injury?
Yeah, they said I was on life support for a few days, and then I was in intensive care for another week or two, and then they moved me to the just the regular rooms for a couple weeks. Then we went to go home one day. They were gonna release me, and I remember that. And I passed out. I had to stand there for another couple days. I was so mad, so excited to go home.
And you, when did you come to? Like Julie Mencken, who writes for us, she had a traumatic brain injury, and she says she was aware and talking to people, but she doesn't have any memory for like 3 weeks. She was.
Mine was probably a couple weeks into it. My mom told me she used to freak out because every day I'd walk in the hospital, I'd look at her and go like, "Why am I here?" She's like, "Oh no, he's toast." Like, we're in a bind. Which thankfully I come out of it. But,
did you have to relearn how to walk?
No. I went through every form of therapy, and I could pretty much. Most of my motor skills were pretty good, but my thinking was so slow. Talking was slow. Couldn't find my words, and I thought I was walking pretty good, and I'd look back and like, wow, you made it not very far. This is, like 18-year-old kid, you're like, man, I'm doing good, and you look back like, wow, that's not very good what you just did.
So you're roping. How long until you started roping again?
Happened Memorial Day. I think I run my first steer the beginning of August. I had to wear a helmet for 6 months. And
did you fight it? Did you almost not want to rope because you had to wear a helmet, or did you
No,
not care?
You know what? I didn't like it. I really didn't. But I was like, man, and the doctor told me, he's like, you don't have to wear it, but if you do that, you can't ride a horse till January 1st. I can't do that. And I remember the first day I tried to rope, I missed every steer. I was so mad. My parents were like, well, I don't think you're ready yet. And they're looking out for me, and I was like, no, I'm going to try it. First day went terrible. Second day went a lot better, but I think the first day I caught like 1 or 2.
Did you start out back on your good horse, or did you start out on a horse you'd ridden?
I think the horse I had at that time was pretty gentle. he was he was pretty user friendly horse.
Mhm. Did they lower your number for a while?
I don't think they did.
No.
I honestly don't remember.
Mhm.
It was quite a while ago, but all we used to go to was the Wrangler Opens. There was no U.S. Opens up there, anything
Yeah.
like that. So we I wouldn't doubt if I can't remember her 100%, but I wouldn't doubt if Dennis lowered me a little bit just to help me
Mhm.
out till I kind of come back to.
Mhm. Now, obviously, so your last name is Tryan. You're a Tryan.
I am one, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
that,
point.
that was a statement, not a
Yeah.
question. That wasn't.
Okay, maybe you got
Gosh,
confused
dang.
right there.
No. How did you end up the only one that healed?
Well, I all headed. I had good headers all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I headed at all the amateur rodeos and stuff like before I was 17,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I've always loved healing. I wish I would have kept heading. Like if you get good heading, it's such an easier road. know,
You think so?
Getting no, it's tough. Like
Mhm.
horses and all that stuff. But if you're good, getting partners and like working your way up the ladder, I think, man, you just get you get noticed faster. I think.
Mhm.
I really do think that.
So last year, you and Brenten, obviously, you made the finals. Brenten did not.
Yeah.
Why? What about Brenten made you want to stay hooked with him? You could have.
That kid has unlimited potential.
Mhm.
He's gonna be. I mean, as good as he wants to be.
Mhm.
Like yeah.
I was so impressed with him. He was this is the first time I've spoken to him, and I thought he was pretty unreal. His perspective is really phenomenal. Like he's pretty fun-loving and easy to get along with, and
Him and Tyler Worley are probably the two most easygoing people I've ever been around in my entire life. You can't get Tyler Worley down.
mhm,
Not that you'd even want to, but I'm just saying like you can't.
mhm.
And if he is, he doesn't let you know it.
So, were you excited for Tyler to make the finals this
Yeah, I
year?
am. I actually sold him that horse in July.
Oh,
He started
that's
kicking butt.
Mhm.
Deadwood. He tried him on his way from Deadwood to Joseph or something like that. Run 6 years on him and bought him.
I feel like you have sold quite a few decent horses.
Sure have. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Do you
So-
wish you'd have kept that one that Colin won the world on?
No, because I probably would have sold Friendly then.
Mhm.
I was gonna sell one of them,
Mhm.
and
And they called that horse Hock, but that isn't what you called him.
no, I call him Reuben.
Mhm.
That horse. It's funny because that horse went through 3 people before it got to Colin. They
Mhm.
rode him for a week and hated him.
Mhm.
And then Colin gets him. And he's like, this is just the perfect fit for him. Like it was just.
Mhm. You didn't hate him though, right?
No, I didn't.
You liked that horse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did like him. I got along with him pretty
Mhm.
good, but it was like I had too many. I still had Lil Kim. I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to get rid of her, and I was like, I need rid of something. That
Mhm.
was the easiest one to get rid of. It was either him or Friendly.
Mhm.
And I've tried to sell Friendly about 4 times, and it never worked. And I'm glad now it didn't work. But
Is it ever gonna work again? Is he a lifer with you?
I think he is. It would take a lot.
Mhm. How old is he this year?
I think he's 12.
So, a lot of road left.
He should, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he's been pretty sound. Clean
Have-
legs, like he's.
Yeah. Have you had to do anything this year to him?
I've never touched him.
Really?
I injected him a long time ago, one time, and I brought him back. I don't know if he was fusing or what.
Mhm.
But it's like this is the soundest he's ever been. I was like, well, that's I'm done. Like all I'm doing is roping on him. We're
Mhm.
keep doing that. Like, okay, it's an easy way out.
Yeah. Now, your Uncle Dennis puts on ropings. What does your family do?
My dad used to have some cows and stuff like that. They're kind of downsizing right now. My mom works at a sporting goods store. I think
Mhm.
she's fixing to retire here pretty soon. They're fixing to live the good life for a while.
Go to Arizona for the winter? Do they rope?
Oh yeah, my dad ropes a lot. He probably almost as much as we do, but
Mhm.
he loves it. And yeah, they try to go to Arizona. I feel the last few winters have been pretty hard up there.
Mhm.
I feel bad for all those guys up there, just
Yeah.
for all you people. It's been harsh,
Yeah.
cold.
It has. It definitely has, and cold early too.
Oh my gosh,
And
yeah.
late, yeah.
I went to the circuit finals last year. It was like 40. It was beautiful.
Mhm.
And then I called my parents one day, and like the 2nd of February, it was like 30 below.
Mhm.
Ugh. I don't miss those days.
Did you guys run cows when you were a kid? That you had
We
to?
had a few, yeah. I think close to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we kind of just enough, So
Mm-hmm.
always stay busy.
Sure. Now, what's your NFR practice going to look like with Brenten? Are you guys going to set up the arena in Motz's cutting pen, or?
I don't know what we're gonna do. Last year when I roped with Bubba, we just put some panels down the arena, kind of
Mhm.
close to what the measurements were, just to kind of get a feel for it. And it's hard on your steers though, and they play out fast when you do that. It seems like. But I mean, a guy's got to kind of get a feel for it. I think at least kind of be aware of where the fence is gonna be, how far you have, steers are running, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we'll do some of that. And yeah, starting about the 10th of November, I bet we'll start going at him pretty hard.
Do you want Brenten to stick to his game? I mean, are you going to?
I'm not even, no, he knows what he's doing, man. Where that part of the world, they go fast, and they're good at it. A lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are good at it from over there. He's going to do just right.
I hope so. I'm excited. Do you have he told me that he thinks he's going to ride Time Bomb, which sounds like a really appropriately named horse. Do you think he should ride Time Bomb, or are you going to ever tell him what horse you think
I told him the very first time we ever roped, I said, whatever horse you feel like you have the best chance of winning on, I will not question it. And that's where I don't know, I feel like we have enough of our own stuff going on, like I don't need to be worried about what horse he's on or anything like that. I feel like they should, he knows this horse is going to be the best fit here. He worries about mom stuff.
Well, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to watch.
Okay.
We're done, Chase.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, before we go, we have to remind you that SmartPak.com brought us this episode. They're the simple, foolproof way to make sure your horse always gets the right supplements. They're not just easier for you, they're better for your horse. They come in pre-measured doses, and they're clearly labeled and sealed for freshness. Visit SmartPak.com or call 1-800-461-8898 to learn more. Before you go, remember to take a break and rate this podcast. Leave us a review. Leave us a positive comment, a negative comment. You just tell us what you think. We want to know. And if you think of any stories that we're missing, horses or people that we need to talk about and tell their tale, give me an email at cshaffer, CSHAFFER, at aimmedia.com. That's AIMMEDIA.com. Shoot us an Instagram message, shoot us a Facebook message, track me down. We are looking forward to hearing from you all. So thanks, everybody.